Oh, hey, y'all. It's time for AFTERBUZZ TV's CMA Music Festival Country's Night to Rock. We getting country up in here, talking about all the fun performances and everything else we got going for you. Get ready.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, yeah. Because that is what country music's Night to Rock does. It makes us feel like we on vacation, y'all. I'm one of your hosts, Whitney Lane. You can follow me at Southern_Wit. And joining me for this lovely panel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
You guys, we are going to dig in to CMA Music Festival's Country's Night to Rock 2016. Man, what a show. A 3-hour special that we just delved into, let me tell you.
So good this year.
30 performances, 30. How in the world?
And how did we watch it in 3 hours?
Honestly, you guys, you did it upright. Let me tell you some fun stats from this year's festival, because if you notice while you were watching the special, over 88,500 fans this year.
Ridiculous.
That means country music is alive and well. Yeah. Am I right or am I right?
Totally right. And they set records this year, too.
Yep, sold out. As you know, it'll happen again next year. This is one of those festivals you have to go to at least once in your life, because after seeing some of these performances, don't you wish you were in the crowd? I mean, hello.
Absolutely. Why do you think it's doing so well this year? Why
do you think about everything going on around it, right? I mean, now country music, it's its own little, like, positive genre, but you've got these shows like Nashville that are getting picked up. CMT's delivering all kinds of new, cool content. Like, it's getting bigger and better, and everybody's usually pretty positive and nice.
Yeah, and I think all the big artists right now that are in country, they're all, like, 30 and younger, which, I mean, is good. So I think it's definitely catering to our demographic.
It is.
A lot of people of the younger generations is listening to country.
It also doesn't hurt when you get some Blake and Miranda drama up in there to keep everybody involved and interested. Drama. You know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But that's what the special did. It kept us interested. We were singing along, watching the show, as I'm sure you guys were. We want to hear your favorite parts, because we're going to talk about ours, that's for sure.
For sure.
30 performances. I think we've just got to go down and we've got to just throw out, we'll talk about them, but let's throw out like some of our faves, the awkward moments, all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, I agree. Do you want to start with the faves?
I want to start with our favorite performance of the night.
Okay.
What was yours?
Oh my goodness, there's so many good ones, but I think one of the best, maybe duet.
Wait, that's a whole different. That's a whole different.
Fine, but that was like my favorite moment.
Well, then
it kind of like categorizes in both. But
favorite performance?
Lady Antebellum and Cam blew me away. Like
Killed.
Their voices matched so perfectly together, and it was meant to be.
It was on point. That's all I can say for that one. I don't even know. Those two female vocalists are insane. Grammy nominated, both of them, as you can tell why. Oh, so good. My favorite performance for performance value, and you know I love me my girl Carrie, but when she was playing that harmonica for Choctaw County Affair, I was like, slay, mic drop, you got it, honey. Shoot.
She did. That breath support.
That girl slayed. That was just performance to me. That was like moving around. You're showing us you've got more talent than just your voice. That girl was killing it.
Yeah, and she played that harmonica like nobody's business. She made a harmonica look sexy.
I don't even know. Girls got it.
How can you make a harmonica look amazing? She did it.
As I told Marissa, every girl wants to look like her and every guy wants to marry her.
Yep.
She knows what she's doing.
And no way did she have a baby.
I know, right?
No way.
She got a hockey-playing husband, though, so she's doing just fine, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, did you have a least favorite performance? I would kind of tie this into most awkward performance, I guess, because, you know, I love both of these artists separately. They're obviously very talented, but man, together it just didn't. It didn't click.
So bad.
We're gonna go with Rascal Flatts and Maren Morris for that one. Morris.
Poor Gary.
I know, poor little Gary Laveau.
Oh,
what's he doing?
And like he's so acclaimed and has so many performances under his belt, so experienced. He did not need to be stood up on stage like that. I felt so bad for him.
It was a bit awkward for me to watch, simply because here's the thing. I get that it's her song, My Church, killer song. Everybody's loving it. This girl is going places, and her new album that just came out, I mean, she's really talented. The thing that made it uncomfortable to watch, I believe, was like, this is a duet here. They're kind of coming into your song, which is the reason that she's playing at LP Field the first time she ever releases a song.
Yeah.
And they didn't, I mean, like, the eye contact wasn't there. There was no, like, interaction between the two. It was a little bit awkward to watch. It's like, these dudes are veteran performers, which you can learn a lot from, and she was just doing her own thing, walking around.
Yeah, and that's
I
the
don't know,
thing.
it was a little uncomfortable.
The Rascal Flatts are veterans, and Marin is so green. And she doesn't, I don't feel like she's had enough time on stage to know how to properly do it.
I just wanted to see the whole Chris
Just
Young,
like-
Cassidy Pope looking at each other. I needed a
Amazing.
little bit of that from Gary and
Right.
Marin.
That's how you do a duet. But Marin it was the Marin show, and she made it about herself and didn't make her look good and made Gary look bad, which is so not fair for him.
I don't know if it made him look bad. I just think it was like,
I think it was
in
too
general, I just think it was a little bit awkward. And I think that's where you grow as an artist, which we're going to see her do, because that girl has a killer voice. She has such fun songs. I mean, her latest one, a 90s baby and an 80s Mercedes, I love it. Catchy songs.
She is a 90s baby. She's our age.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. I mean, that was just like, I'd say a little awkward for me to watch, but
It was
still a
yeah.
good song, and you saw people loving it. So that's the way it does in country
And
music.
she has a great voice, and it's not like she's a bad performer. She just doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, and maybe that's the whole point. You don't bring in, it just wasn't a good pairing in my opinion.
No, it wasn't.
Next time, we'll see who's next, huh? What about the best pairing, like the best collab of someone's song? And you've already said what you thought there.
Well, I enjoyed Lady Antebellum. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my girl Martina.
Martina and Steven.
Martina McBride.
Now, what was it
Steven
about that
Taylor.
performance? Because all I can think when I watch him sing is, does your voice hurt a little? It seems so strained. I mean, he's obviously a
done it
rock
for
star.
years.
He is a rock star. But that voice, like, I'd be like, my throat gets hurt after
I
talking
know.
for 3 hours.
But like every time I watch Martina like belt her songs, I'm like, does your voice hurt? Good Lord, woman. And I think it's just great to have two amazing powerhouses come together and sing something as awesome as that. And Martina does love rock.
I mean, they're both legends in their own right, so it was a
Absolutely.
very cool.
I mean, she set records for the most standing ovations.
Pretty awesome.
Because praise, Martina, praise.
Yeah.
But it's great because Steven has a great voice, she has a great voice, and she's a fan of his too. And it's
And vice versa. That's the thing.
absolutely. And what I liked is that they sang a very well-known song already.
Did you see
I've
the
seen.
crowd? People singing
Yeah.
to each other. They were loving it.
Everyone knows that song, so I think it was a great song that people could relate to, already know, and have fun with it.
Yeah. Okay, here's mine. And I think right now it's because I'm loving this song so much, Dierks Bentley and Elle King. I love, first of all, how you doing tonight? Drunk. Like, go girl, you just own that country music town. Like, I thought it was awesome. But that song in general, it's different for girls. It's just such a, like, truth, you know?
So relatable.
And that's why it's good when you're listening to something like that and you're singing you're singing to the hearts of every girl everywhere, Dierks and Elle. Like,
yeah.
I think they're fun, and it's an interesting pairing, and I love it.
I love it too, because I love Elle's personality. She seems like such a normal, not
Just
normal in a bad way,
chill.
like someone you want to be just best friends with and be in her circle, because like she's so relatable, and those lyrics to the song speaks to every single
Playing that
woman.
banjo, she's killing it.
And she just has personality. It's like, yeah, this girl's awesome.
Yeah.
I would drink a beer with her. I don't drink
Duh.
beer.
Well, so again, most of the collabs actually, literally, they were just amazing. I
Yeah,
love
they were.
Chris Young and Cassie Pope. A number one song, Think of You. Like, that was fun to watch them perform that, just because it again, another song where it's like you kind of break up and people are wondering what happened because you kind of held the group together, and it's a good song.
And it was a good duet. They were singing to each other. They were on stage. There was chemistry.
Another thing about that, though, as with Dierks and Elle King, both very distinct voices that melded together very well. Cassidy and Chris.
harmonized well.
It was just a good pairing. Those are
Yeah.
some good collabs coming out right now.
Elle and Dierks was probably one that I was very most surprised at.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect it to be that good.
So what else is interesting is, during CMA Fest, the CMT Awards kind of happened right before that as well. And they performed there, which I actually got to see And it was just like, wow, what are you going to do? A lot of these cool performances happen there as well. You just never know what's going to happen, you know?
And you always got to remember that this was filmed already.
This was back in June, you guys.
Like a month and a half ago. So
you know they're killing it.
Now we're getting it. And so it's one thing to have this. You got to remember the time it was filmed in. It was the summer. This was already a while ago.
But let's talk about how smart that is, because Country's Night to Rock, CMA Music Fest, Country's Night to Rock. It is turning out everybody's current single. They're all climbing the charts right now, hitting #1. You're seeing it with all of these, like Church Bells for Carrie, Record Year for Eric just hit it. Thank You's already done it. Dirks and Elle, guaranteed it's moving on up the charts. Holy just hit #1. Like, these are all, so the timing, obviously, as this industry knows, you hit it right when you're supposed to hit it.
Yeah, they're so smart. And, like, you know, holy Florida Georgia Line, their album's coming out in August. It's like a lot of Justin Moore's album's coming out in August. So a lot of people's new music that we heard just now that they performed 2 months ago, it's coming out now.
Well, let's also talk about that, because most of them really hit it right. But I do have to say, one performance that I was like, I can't get into as much when I love the group was Little Big Town.
Okay.
And it's because their song hasn't hit radio yet. That just goes to show you, in country music, country radio is key, because you've got to be hearing those songs for people to sit back and want to watch that in a three-hour special. You want to sing along.
Yes. And okay, for all of you who follow all of our country shows that we do together, you know I love Little Big Town. I am obsessed, capital obsessed. And their first performance, their first song, amazing. The guys crushed it.
Well,
so good.
So the one thing that did right,
not so much.
Well, let's talk about the first one. And what is the song called? Because I want to make sure we say it.
Stay All Night.
Stay All Night. So here's the thing.
Jimmy and Philip.
I haven't heard it at all yet. The thing that this song did right was, now I'm looking forward to hearing it on country radio. So just the vocals with the guys. It was a great song. Fast forward to Pharrell. First of all, it's like, where's Waldo? Where's Pharrell?
Right?
I'm looking for you, honey. I don't even see you.
He's in sunglasses, literally in sunglasses.
Sitting down in the back. I'm like, there he is. I literally thought, when's he going to walk out on stage?
Yeah.
When's Pharrell coming out?
Sitting on a stool in sunglasses behind them on stage. Who does that? If you have Pharrell, you use him.
Well, which he did. He stood up, and but that's what was so funny to me, because I literally was like, where is he? He's got to walk out soon. Like, this has to be the song with them. And that's one song, though, that I have to say, nah.
No, I agree. And
it just wasn't, for some reason, it didn't hit me. Like, it wasn't my kind of song. I don't know how much other people loved it, but again, I haven't heard it yet. I don't know anything about it, so it didn't hit my heartstrings or make me want to sing or make me want to hear it again.
Yeah, see, my issue was that I personally am not a fan of Pharrell. I don't really like his music. Sorry, guys. But we know that Pharrell has helped produce
he's an amazing producer.
Newest album, Wanderlust. But this song was so different from Little Big Town's normal sound.
Which I think is smart to do, though. You have to do that as an artist.
It's smart to diversify your voice and, like, different types of sounds that you have, because, like, all four of them are freaking talented. But I felt it was too far away from Little Big Town. It didn't sound like Little Big Town. It sounded like Pharrell.
See, I don't think that's what it was. It just wasn't energy. It wasn't enough energy for me in general.
It slowed down. From the high-paced energy that was Stay All Night, like literally screaming, yelling, kind of, oh my God, this is amazing, to what was slow, kind of gospel-y, preachy from Pharrell. Didn't like it. It was two completely different contrasting songs that should not have been paired up together.
Well, and of course, during the performance, they play these differently. I mean, they play a whole set. But also in the special, they could have changed that up, and they could have not put them back to back and put Little Big Town and Pharrell later on, and could have changed the way that it played to everybody watching. But again, I think it is very strategic. You have to play a song that's either coming out on radio, you're starting to hear it's the first single off a new album that's coming out, whatever way you play it, you have to have the crowd invested. I'm not invested yet on what Little Big Town's new music's going to be. I'm obviously going to love it. They played that first song where I'm like, I do want to hear that again. I want to learn more about that. The one with Pharrell, I just was wondering where the heck he was the whole time. And then when he came through, it just wasn't my vibe.
It doesn't
mean it wasn't good, because they're talented artists, all of them. But we'll see what happens when that comes out to radio or comes out on their album. I'm sure it'll be a whole different feel once you hear it in a different sound, in a different setting.
I still love Little Big Town. Maybe it was just a little bit too much Pharrell for me.
I didn't see enough of them. Where's Waldo? Where's Pharrell, y'all? Where the heck was he? Okay, what about, now this is my favorite one. You guys from home, I want to hear this. Tweet me, please. What was the make you melt, make your heart and soul melt performance?
Oh.
Hands down, Mr. Brett Eldridge. I want to be that song. It's like Swoon City. I don't even understand how it's possible to sing songs where it's like, first of all, I can't handle it. It's like you sing songs where it's like, make you mine. You know, you want to, you're going to be the husband that takes my last name. I just can't handle that. And then we've got Want to Be That Song where you want to sing in the church pew together. You want to be that guy for somebody. Any girl in that crowd was bowing down to that man like, please sing this to me. Let it be for me. Swoon City.
Swoon City.
Go Brett Eldridge.
I kind of have like two for two different reasons.
Okay, let's hear.
Chris Young, because I love his voice. His voice is ridiculous. And I was telling you while we were watching, like, he can sing to me every single night. And
he's
like,
so
yes.
good. Solid voice.
He sings like straight to my heart. And then Keith Urban for watching is just so sexy. Oh my God, unbelievably sexy on that guitar.
Well, and what makes it all sexy is it's all talent. Like, that's the thing. That's what makes all these guys fun to watch. All the girls, I mean, they're all amazing. But, like, word-wise, like, the lyrics for me, it was Want to Be That Song. Okay. I don't even know.
I love Think of You. That's always just a great song. And any song of Chris in his album is fantastic.
Yeah.
Any song of Chris Young, yes. Yes.
Amazing stuff. Oh my gosh, all of it. Let's see what else was interesting. We had Miranda Lambert come out, and here's an interesting fact, you guys. So, like I said, I was at the CMT Awards. She actually wasn't there. So Blake was there. She was not there. Of course, they're keeping separate there. The other thing is, I don't think that she was actually on the lineup for the big LP-filled concert. So she came out and did a cover of Linda Ronstadt. That's the one we saw. Yeah. I don't know that she performed a whole set, if I recall. But, I mean, you know, the girl's coming out with some new stuff right now. Vice is her latest single, which people are dying for because, again, what's great about country music, it's the lyrics. And when you speak from the heart and with what's going on, and we're all involved in it, obviously. This was like the queen and king of country at the time. Now they're singing songs about it. As we heard Blake, he was singing all of the different, what did he sing? That one that's out right now.
Blake had She's Got Away with Words.
She's Got Away with Words, Came Here to Forget. It's all very interesting because we feel invested. And that's what country musicians do best. They make you invested in their lives, in their lyrics. You feel like you're related to them or somehow relatable to your own life.
I like Miranda's song, and I'm like, yes.
It's Linda Ronstadt.
I mean,
it's good.
But who's also a legendary country singer as well. And what I liked about Miranda's was that her performance wasn't over the top because she can belt it when she wants to. And I mean, of course, you're gonna have Miranda because not that long ago she was winning all the awards. So like,
she's still winning all the awards.
Yeah, she's very talented and whatnot. So she has to be somewhere in the lineup.
It's just interesting because they must have literally, knowing she didn't even come to the CMT Awards and that she didn't have like a line, you know, and set actually, they must have literally made sure days apart, whatever it is, it's got to be an interesting little thing in country music because everybody knows everybody loves everybody. This is a major like change for them. It's a lot different in like other like Billboard Music Awards or like anything pop. Like sure, people are going to run into each other, but you're just used to that at this point. It makes for the drama. Country music usually doesn't bring in that kind of drama.
No.
So it's interesting to see how they kind of phase it and play it in a way. Here's another interesting thing.
Okay.
We saw quite a few artists perform twice on this special. So we had Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Keith Urban, Carrie Underwood. Who was the other one? Blake Shelton. He performed twice.
Yes.
Kind of like the five big boys, big boys and girls in country music.
Yes.
Who do you think out of those five really like? I mean, what differentiates them? Who's killing it more than the other? I mean, right now we had Jason Aldean just win ACM Entertainer of the Year. Yeah. You have Luke as the reigning CMA.
Yep.
Carrie, who's like won all of this already before. Keith, who's just like, I mean.
And Blake, who has the most exposure throughout the year.
So it's interesting the ones that they picked to do that, you know? It was, I don't know.
I think the ones probably, if you look at it, like if you're going to get analytical about it, the ones who had the biggest media following.
Well, also think about it, too, though. It's the ones that you're guaranteed that when they turn out a song, it's going to be a #1 single. And at least Blake's, both of those are still playing. Came Here to Forget and She's Got Away with Words. That's his new up-and-coming one.
Yep.
Obviously, they've set up
Brian's
Carrie,
Move.
who just got #1 for Church Bells. Her next single's got to be Choctaw County Affair.
Has to be.
Luke Bryan, I mean,
Promoting
hello.
it everywhere.
Luke can shake that booty and the ladies will fall down. So you know he's going to be up there.
And Luke took his hat off. I was like, oh, it's serious
It's getting serious.
It's getting serious.
How
the
funny.
hat is off.
One of my favorite parts of this episode was the Luke Keith guitar thing.
Amazing.
They were riffing on those guitars.
Hysterical. Because, like, I loved how he was playing it up. I was like, no way. No way do you ever think you're the best guitarist. Get out of here.
And he knows that, and that's why
he
it's
knows
so
it,
funny.
and I like how it was a long-winded joke, and I was like, because it already is hands down Keith, and I'm glad Keith came out, but they rocked it. Again, Keith Urban on a guitar, my God.
I mean, I think it was
Sexy.
the best part. Here comes
Penny
Keith
drop.
putting his dang guitar in between
In the
Luke's legs.
legs.
It's like, what you doing? Luke, that's what's cool about him is his personality in general. Like, he knows where he's talented, and that's by shaking his booty. And, you know, the girls
Right.
love him, and he is a good dude. Like, he is a heartthrob in country music.
He is.
Keith, that dude can slay on a guitar.
Guitar and a banjo. His first performance, he was on a banjo, and he made that look amazing.
It's too
He's
good.
just so talented. Nicole Kidman is one lucky woman.
Yeah. Another more intimate moment, I think, of the show was Cole Swindell singing You Should Be Here, which actually, for me, I'm going to be honest, is a hard one to listen to just because, as he said at the end of the song, every single one of us has somebody out there that's probably looking down on this moment right now, and you're wanting them to be there.
Relatable, though.
Obviously relatable. Everyone goes through hardships in life.
And everyone has lost someone.
It's a
that
song
they know.
it speaks to everybody. Those lyrics, it's personal for him. You kind of get a little input in his life and like what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting for him, who went from selling merchandise on Luke Bryan's tour to be singing at LP Field in front of thousands and thousands of people and singing a song where he wishes his dad was there to see how far he's come. That's what everybody hopes for if you've lost a parent or you've lost someone very close to you. So that was a pretty awesome moment, I think, for everybody in the crowd, just to feel very connected.
Probably the most real.
For sure. I thought it was amazing.
Oh, it was so good. And I like Cole Swindell. He's been around for a couple of years, but he's come such a long way.
He just
We've
won.
seen him in his days when he was green, performing on stages and whatnot. And like he's gotten so much more experience, and the fact that his music has evolved into something more personal that everyone can relate to, I like it.
He's always had some #1 hits. People are loving his
Yeah.
music. New artist of the year. You know, he's winning things at this point too. So another new artist that I think is, you know, not green at all is Kelsey Ballerini. That girl's killing it.
Kelsey's awesome.
And I
She's
have to give her Best Dressed award of the night. That what was it? Confetti cannon.
confetti dress.
The confetti
Yeah.
cannon of a dress was amazing.
It was kind of cool.
The boots were amazing,
Yes.
and that girl. It was interesting to hear them say she's the only person that's done what Carrie Underwood's done by getting that first #1, selling over 1 million digital copies, as we saw she got awarded that on the show. The girl can sing, she can perform, she has that stage presence that Carrie has, so you see some similarities there, which is pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout out to Kelsey. Like, her career skyrocketed in a year. It's ridiculous. And she's actually been here to AFTERBUZZ TV, so it's pretty cool to see her before and now to see her where she is and how everything has changed for her. She has such an amazing career ahead of her, and she's also, in my notes, and all the other performances I've seen of her, she reminds me a little too much of Carrie, though.
Oh, I don't think it's too much. She's her own person.
It's a great person to, like, emulate, like, physicality-wise, performance-wise. Carrie's, like, has literally won everything. But it's too much Carrie that I think.
Okay, it's not to me at all, and I'll tell you why. I think this girl, first of all, I've met her before, and she is just real as real can be, which I love. She, like, makes fun of herself. She talks to all of her fans. Like, that girl's going to keep it real, which I appreciate so much. Her personality is just, she wins. I think she has amazing stage presence. And yeah, she's skinny and she's blonde and she works it. But she's got the young girls loving her. I'm sure everybody watching loves that. She's got just a little bit of pop value to it. Her songs are more, Peter Pan. You're talking about that boy that just can't grow up. Carrie doesn't really do that. Hers are more like emotional, and we've had how many cheating songs from her? Yeah, it's a different type of song. And I think Kelsey is really like filling a niche of what's missing in country with the younger girls. Me, I'm loving it. And she's different to me. I like her a lot.
Do you think Kelsey Ballerini's country career is skyrocketing because Taylor is now kind of more pop?
No, I think she's distinct. I really do. I think there hasn't been a lot of girls, female vocalists that have come in and kind of really like worked that area that's missing. Taylor's in pop now. Yeah, she hit that, but still her songs are different too. Mm-hmm. She's singing songs that like girls love.
Yeah,
Love You Like You Mean It, Dibs. Like it's got a little sass to it, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I will definitely give Kelsey. This is like her first earlier songs. They're catchy as all hell.
Well, she's already gotten 2 number ones.
Yeah, they easily get stuck in your head.
And Peter Pan is on its way right now. I think it's an awesome song, and it speaks to everybody. So that girl has a long career ahead of herself, and I can't wait to see when those female vocalists come into her and things like that. The thing is, she's starting out with a lot of stage presence and a lot of like energy and personality. I mean, think back to Carrie Underwood, American Idol. This girl, it took her a little bit of time to really become that person.
Oh, for sure.
So it's interesting.
I'd like to see Kelsey do more duets with people.
Well, I think we'll see it. Maybe we'll see a CMT's Crossroads coming up with her at some point.
Please.
I love her, though. She's got a great personality, and she's somebody that's going to be really fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Another interesting one, so you go from someone who's new and really like kicking off this industry, and then you get to a dang collab of Hank Williams Jr. with Chris Jansen and Justin Moore. Those are 3 country outlaws to me, and definitely I thought they fit together very well in this.
I think so, and I liked how it's like 3 different types of generations coming together for a really fun song, and especially to kind of end the night in that aspect.
Ending a night where you're born to boogie, I think so. Now that's a fun song, and you saw the crowd loving it.
Yeah, but it's like 3 completely different guys coming together for one fun song.
Different, but very country, and that's what keeps it real. Country. I love that.
So country.
How do you think our hosts did tonight, Thomas Rhett and Brett Eldridge? They took the reins from Little Big Town, who had done it the past few years.
I'm really sad, because obviously I love Little Big Town, and they've been doing it for years. I felt like we didn't really see a lot of them hosting, because it was all performances. We saw like maybe 2 interviews. That was it.
But you really don't ever in these specials because they have to throw in those performances, which is what people want to see. They want to see those latest hits. I thought the guys did great. They were fun. They worked off each other. They're like bros, and I kind of love that.
They were fun. I kind of miss the aspect of Little Big Town because they have been around longer and they know more artists. Like they've actually built more personal relationships, and that's why we saw them always going around talking to literally everybody. And we saw more of that footage during the times that
I think it grows. It changes. You know, you got to keep turning them out because we want to get to know all the artists at this point. So they're doing well showing us
I don't
some
think
new
they
stuff.
did bad. I think they definitely had fun, and it's good to have 2 genuinely good friends do this. You know,
it's a good
they're
show.
Still kind of like fairly new and up and coming. So.
Yeah, I thought it was overall a really fun special this year.
I enjoyed it.
And it's obviously one that makes you want to be like, hello, I better get my tickets for CMA Fest 2017.
Yep.
You guys, you can already buy those. Go ahead and go to CMAfest.com. Get your tickets because let me tell you, to be there in person is a whole different world. Like literally, I don't even know how to explain it. As you saw the people in the crowd, you see those boys and girls just loving each other, and then you see everybody singing along and belting songs, some tears coming to people's eyes when you get songs from like Cole Swindell and things like that. I mean, you really see all the emotion, and it's a really fun place to be.
That's
Nashville
awesome.
at CMA Fest, it's a party.
It sure looks like it.
It obviously makes it into Country's Night to Rock, so it's some good stuff. So obviously, anything else that you have to add besides...
Overall, it was super fun.
It was very fun, and I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, I was very thrilled with tonight's
Luckily, the CMA Awards, 50th Annual Country Music Association Awards, are going to hit your screens on November 2nd on ABC, hosted for the 9th time by Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley. And you know it's going to be amazing because, as Carrie mentioned, it's celebrating 50 years of music. Not just this last year, but 49 other ones. November 2nd on ABC. Tune in because we're going to be talking about it, and we want to be there.
Oh, we're definitely going to be there. We're going to be back here talking about it. Carrie and Brad, they're going to kill it once again. This is like, they know how to do this. It's, second nature to them now. I can't wait for the day, or maybe I can, wait for the day when they don't host the CMAs anymore.
What?
The awards. Can you imagine someone else
I don't even
hosting?
No. Right now, let's just focus on how great the 50th is going to be.
It's going to be awesome.
Get ready for that, you guys, because at least that'll hold us over until next year when we hit CMA Fest 2017. CMA Awards. You guys, I just feel like at least we're going to get, who knows what kind of great collabs we're going to see on that show, especially the 50th. Old and new legends and green people.
Green.
No, new artists, legends. It's going to
Duets.
be an amazing, amazing show. So thanks so much for tuning in with us for CMA Music Fest, Country's Night to Rock. I'm Whitney Lane. You can follow me at Southern_Wit. All things country, y'all.
Yep, and you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And we're going to go somewhere on a beach right now. So we will see y'all soon.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz y'all later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.